And you are welcome. It's time for What's Up and About, ladies. Welcome. Yeah. So, wow, what a big smile, Mary. What's that about? Did you think of a memory you want to share?
Well, it was what we were talking about having some stuff pointed at your face.
Oh, okay. This specific stuff is not a very, it's a very ambiguous word. But we'll save that.
It's a very ambiguous word.
We'll save that. We'll save it. Let's save it.
Mazino.
So, 2024. No, don't Mazino me. In any case, so I don't know if you guys saw the video yesterday, a very concerning video. It was a driver who was driving behind this vehicle, which he suspected had something foul going on inside. Now, there were instances in the video where from this vehicle in front, the doors were open and it seemed like there was a struggle going on in the back, and even the driver came out to help the situation behind again. So he suspected that there was a kidnapping instance going on, not yet confirmed. He did nothing, however, or rather he did something. He made a video and posted on Instagram and asked the authorities for help. So the comment section is always, I only read comment sections now because I want to see people's opinion about stuff, and some of them can be crazy. However, there's people who made very salient points and submissions. One of which was, the most prominent, most common was, why didn't you help? You are doing video. You are posting video. Why did you not help? And yet there were other concerned people who had very relevant inputs as well. I'm going to save that until I hear what you guys have to say. Did you see the video, Mary?
I saw it. So, see, I know quite well that when you're watching a movie or you're watching something, it's so easy to be opinionated. You should have done it. Even in the movie, be like, look behind you now. What people don't have sense. Look, until you find yourself in a situation, you won't even know how you react to it. In a sane government, in a sane society, in a sane situation, I expect that all of those information should have been acted upon. But then, of course, we anticipate nobody has made a formal report yet.
So
you should have saved that for Titi to say.
Funny enough,
that was the advocate for these kinds of instances.
Funny enough, you have to ask yourself, what could he have done? What are the things he could have done?
I like to say, what could he have done better? I have a reason for saying that.
Done at all. Better is not even in question. Done at all. First of all, he's in his own vehicle. You don't know whether he has family or kids with him. You don't know how, whether he himself is armed or able to defend his own self before defending someone else. They say put on your own oxygen mask before you help someone else, right? But then I went online to see 8 ways to help if you're seeing someone getting attacked without endangering yourself. And the first thing they say is make sure you are not in danger yourself. First of all, this guy was already in danger, bringing out his phone to record. That's seen. If he had been seen, that could have been a major issue for him. Now, it also says here, check for additional threats. You don't even know if there's anybody else in the area that could, join in the attackers. You don't know what the situation is like, especially if it's at night. He could then
become a victim.
He could be, become a victim. Then they're also saying prevent. If you can prevent something like that happening. Maybe you see an old woman about to be attacked. You can maybe guide the woman across the road.
In this case, that could not have happened.
That could not happen. But then it also says here, make a video. That's one of the first things. Make video evidence of it. And that's actually important. Find a safe space, make a video of it, so that if indeed an investigation does come out,
they have a bit of evidence.
Yes, and then of course you are not implicated your own self.
Exactly.
Because you were in the area.
Can I jump in there?
We don't have enough CCTV.
Can I jump in there?
So videos.
I think that what you've just said is absolutely correct. That is a fantastic way. In this instance, however, and in defense of this, the person who made this video, the driver who made this video, I think that he did all that he could do in his capacity. However, the rest is left for another group of people, the authorities, let me put it that way. The instance itself, yet unconfirmed, whether it was a kidnapping or not, we do not know. It could have been a family with an instance of perhaps maybe trying to get somebody who is having some kind of attack.
Mental
issue. Because I've seen those kinds of instances before, and they can be very embarrassing for the family. That could have been it. Interfering in that kind of a thing. But then again, showing concern and at least finding out what's going on is the human thing to do. However, there is the case of his safety and angering, whoever it was, whether it was an attacker or a concerned family member. That's something to consider.
But the thing is,
did he do his due diligence by making a video? I think in his capacity, he did do something, and that was okay.
But he didn't stop at the video.
Well, hang on a second. I'll let you come to that. He did a video. He put it out there.
Yeah.
Have we heard anything about this since? The vehicle number plate was out there.
Okay.
I would have expected that at least maybe a certain kind of authority would have come out to say, okay, we've seen this video, we've investigated, we've tracked down the car number plate, and this is the instance going on. Why is this important? Because it gives me as a citizen the peace of mind to note that I have my back covered when it comes to the police attending to these kinds of issues.
That was what I said earlier.
Is that
if you remember, I said we are in a society in which normally this should be done. When that is posted, the authorities are supposed to immediately take action. But then what you get
and inform the public.
And then what you get usually is it has not been reported. An official report has not been given. But that's even aside. I was going to make reference to the issue of what he did. He didn't just stop at taking the video. This guy tried to get other motorists to intervene. Nobody was willing to stop.
Yeah, sure.
He tried to follow them as much as he could, but there's only so much he could do. So, but people are more focused on the video that he took.
He did the right thing.
He did the best he could without confronting the person. I recall there was a similar incident in which somebody seemed to have been attacked in Abuja, and the person who tried to intervene, which was what led to our starting conversation, had, you know...
A gun pointed at him?
Yeah, and then he was shot.
He was shot.
So,
have you ever had a gun pointed at you?
In that kind of situation, you are trying to help, and
everything.
then eventually you ended up the victim. May we not help and enter trouble? Because that's really what it is. In that kind of situation, what do you do? So he did the best he could.
Oh, hang on. We're getting a submission from our director. Olamide says that he's just going to open his shirt and then the S on his chest will...
I wanted to touch on the authorities now, because the responsibility of the authorities to investigate is their, in my opinion, their forefront responsibility, not to inform the public that they are investigating. Hold on.
Okay.
If, for instance, you have a police officer on duty, what is his main goal at that point? It is to find out what is going on, not to go and call the press and say, oh, we are looking for them.
Investigation.
That's one. Then two, how do you know the attackers are not also online watching out for this news? Yeah. So you are now telling the attackers what exactly is going on.
You are correct about...
I'm actually going to say something about that. So these days, the advantage of social media is to give guarded responses by the authorities.
Exactly.
This is already public information because the video was posted online. So it is only right for the authorities to have written, we have seen this video.
And we're on it.
And we are on it. Simple. Exactly. You don't need to tell us what you've seen, what information you've gotten, what your findings have revealed. Just at least let us have that security that something is being done. Because it's not fun. It could be anybody. It could have been you. It could have been her. It could have been me. It could have been anybody.
You know what? So I'll just wrap it up by saying there could have been 20 videos of the same like on the same day. How many are the authorities going to put out? All 20?
All of them.
All 20?
All of them.
In fact, you should look for 5 more and make sure you do everything. That is why taxpayers are putting their money on the line.
Noted.
For goodness sake. But we're talking about life here.
If, for instance, he had decided to press his horn,
he
flash his lights, and all that, those are the things. Those are the things online.
Yeah.
Those are the things they say online.
If you find yourself in that situation, these examples that Titi has given are actually very, very relevant.
Yeah.
I think that you should use them. However, we also do beckon on the authorities to let us know how far, if anything, has happened regarding the report, because it is a report, whether you like it or not. Let us know. Let us feel secure. Would love that. Thank you very much.
You're not Eminem. Don't be anybody's Superman.
Wow.
Don't be Olamide.
Think of yourself.
Don't be Eminem. Don't be Superman. All right, let's know what your opinion is. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We're live on X now. You can have your submissions on there. We'll read them and talk about them when we get back. Do stay tuned.
I can be your Superman.